Have you ever heard of Arcane? Yeah, that one. It's got some pretty cool animation. There's a reason why it got nominated for so many Emmys, and actually won them too. Good on ya, let's go. And part of it can be attributed to the fact that they were using 2D and 3D animation styles blended together. But the point is that it was revolutionary for such a high quality production, and so it led to something fucking awesome. Now you might be wondering what this has to do with Avatar: The Last Airbender, because if you didn't know, there's a new movie being produced. Now this production is being led by Avatar Studios, which has the original Avatar creators Brian Konietzko and Michael DiMartino involved. It's like God coming back to the Garden of Eden to give Adam and Eve a fucking ass whooping for all the shit that they did. Now, we do also know that the story for this one is going to be taking place with the gang as young adults. The specific ages are uncertain, but if it's anything like these comic turnarounds that we've found before, I would be very pleased, because I think they're really well drawn, they're very slick. And that new film is being produced by Flying Spark Productions, the Australian company. That's me. I'm Australian, right? This is awesome. And in celebration, I decided to do a shot of Vegemite. Now the Vegemite was sticking to the cup harder than the toilet paper between my butt cheeks, so I decided to water it down a bit. And then I tipped it out, because there's no way any sane person would do a watered down shot of Vegemite. And by the way, Flying Bark are the people that have made shots like this.
Check this out! Cool, right? You're up, big brother!
So, we're in pretty good hands moving forward, especially since Avatar fans have kind of been traumatized from previous events.
My name is Og, and I'm the Avatar.
I found out that they're also going to be using a hybrid of 2D and CG styles. But it's interesting to speculate what this might actually look like. Are they going to do a 2D hand-drawn art style, which is my personal preference, with some 3D animated effects, or maybe they're going to use a 3D animated art style with 2D effects? There's a lot of potential here, and so I wanted to explore it a little bit further. So I drew this bending person in 2D, and he's going to be doing all this water bending and earth bending, and then I opened up Maya, which is a 3D software, to do the special effects, and then I took some sound effects from Jared Coe's bending video, tied it all together, and here's the final result. The angle that I was drawing at didn't really capture the full capability of the 3D, because I was just doing it from sort of a 2D perspective. So here's a different angle just to give you a general idea of what it could look like if it was done properly. And then I decided to do the opposite, where instead of having a 2D character with 3D effects, I would do a 3D character with 2D effects. So I went through and made some animations for special effects. I started with the fire bending. I think I captured the volatility of the fire quite well, but I was also using the original Avatar stuff as a reference, and sometimes it's kind of hard to exactly get the specific shapes that they were using, but I gave it a go. I also made some air bending, which, you know, it's got that nice kick of dust, and it seems that not even the show itself really has a consistent air bending style. I mean, it's kind of there, but sometimes the colors change or the shapes change, so it's just kind of up to you how you'd like to decide to make it. So I hopped online and I found this really cool Aang 3D model made by Mia Prey and friends. Thank you very much. I understand that it's under an editorial license for use, which I believe is designed for educational purposes, and if this video doesn't fall under that umbrella, then I guess my next video will be about how I broke out of jail, but I'm going to be using that model as a reference for this anyway. So I took it into Maya, and to be honest, I've never actually done proper character 3D animation before, so this was my first time, and as you can tell in my first tests, it came out pretty janky. Hands are breaking all over the place, necks are snapping back and forth. Didn't turn out that great, so I decided to redo it with the character model. Turned out quite a bit better. Once you start playing around with the graphs, you notice that movements can become a lot smoother and more tangible. Now, 3D animation and 2D animation, honestly, they have their own disciplines and rules of creation, but sometimes I kind of found it fun just to muck around with the model itself, and then you can start playing with it like as if you're 5 playing with your old Hot Wheels toys, and you can come up with random stuff like this.
Let's see how strong you've gotten.
Oh yeah? Tough guy?
This is a power that's even greater than a Super Saiyan God!
Now, check this out.
Fucking meow!
I didn't think you were this strong.
But after long enough, I was able to come up with these final results, which I think they're pretty cool for what they are. Hopefully they give you a good understanding of what the potential application of the different mediums are, 2D and 3D and 3D and 2D, vice versa. Pretty much I want to just start engaging your brain into thinking about what this new film could look like. Obviously I don't have any specific insight into what it's supposed to be, but it's really exciting to think about what the potential is. And if it turns out anywhere near as good as the previous productions they've made, then we are going to be in for a treat. Hey, thanks for watching, by the way. I know there's like about 80 of you that subscribed since my last video, and I just really appreciated that. I'm still pretty new to this, and it's going to be a while before I actually get any solid skills. I'm not very confident in my growth, but I'm confident in my potential. And I think until I see that potential through, I'm going to keep trying, keep sticking at it, and see if I can't turn this into something awesome. Anyway, that's about it. Like and subscribe. I'll see you later.